Welcome to Cooking with Elastic. And in this session, we're going to be going over Observability 101, but more importantly, how to process data and bring it in easily with streams. Welcome back. Now we're going to route this data where it needs to go, just the right stream itself. So within our Observability UI, it's changed a little bit, but what we have is this nice handy dandy streams icon. And what we're going to do is we're going to immediately pick on the logs index, the log stream itself. Notice that we have wired right here. That wired means that we can use this to route it into child streams or little rivers or crooks or creeks, however you pronounce it, to where it needs to be. We're going to partition that data itself. We're going to create partition manually. I'm going to give this name instead of a child. It's our Spark. But we're going to do this as a conditional. So think of this as like a conditional processor for writing that index name. We're going to conditionally base it off the resource attribute service name equals Spark. And so now that that's all set and done, we've created that, saved it. Let's now suggest some partitions with AI. It'll take a minute for it to generate. You can see that there's two that are within there. Now, if these images don't align, that's okay. What's important is that we have the Hadoop instance within there. So while we created this one subset of log.spark on our own, we could now, since we applied that condition, look for other suggestions that it would take. And since it's created this logs.hadoop with resource name equals Hadoop, or the Kubernetes deployment name equals Hadoop, or the container name, it really wants to define Hadoop. But so let's go ahead and accept that, and then create the stream. So now we have these two where conditions and having it automatically broken out. So let's click on that logs.spark. And from here, we're going to go to our processing tab. And now on our very first step, we're going to create a processor, and we're only looking at that logs.spark stream in and of itself. Rock body.text. We're going to generate that pattern. And we want to make sure that it aligns timestamp ISO 8601 attributes custom timestamp /s space /log level severity text space greedy data body text. It looks good. Actually did a great job. And now we're going to add all those elements together. We'll create it. We can see how it's already being sliced and diced for us. Once that is created, we'll save our changes. Make sure to confirm. And then once that's done, let's go to Discover and start looking at our data in question. This time, we're going to see about those fields that we just parsed out. So we'll copy that query, apply that, run it, and voila. There's the timestamp, severity text, and the message itself. So we were able to quickly parse out, route the data correctly, and now we've done it for Spark, and we could even do it for Hadoop if we wanted to as well. That's how easy it is to start routing data. So if you had fun and you're ready to learn some more, go ahead and click next on the bottom. I'll see you in the next assignment.